My son looked at the couple in front of us and asked, "Why do you keep saying she can't have more food when you can?" My son's voice cut through the chatter of the wedding reception like a fire alarm. People in line froze, spoons suspended above trays of roast beef, mashed potatoes, and chicken Alfredo. The man standing in front of us stiffened. His wife, plate in hand, lowered her eyes. "Excuse me?" the man muttered, turning his head toward my son. "What did you just say, kid?" Ayan didn't flinch. "You told her she already took too much when she tried to get chicken Alfredo, but you filled your plate with roast beef twice. Why can't she have some too?" The air in the buffet line grew heavy. A few guests exchanged quick glances. I felt my face go hot and grabbed my son's arm. "Ayan, don't interrupt other people." The woman gave a nervous laugh, brushing her husband's sleeve. "It's fine. He's just being protective. He wants me to stay healthy." Ayan tilted his head, his small voice carrying further than it should have. "But auntie, you already look healthy. You looked happy when you picked up the Alfredo, but you got sad when he told you no." The man's cheeks darkened. He gave a short, sharp laugh. "Listen, kid, adults have complicated relationships. My wife asked me to help her with her diet." "Right, honey." The woman nodded quickly, her hands trembling slightly as she reached for a dinner roll. "Yes, he's right. I want to look my best this summer." But her fingers shook so badly the bread nearly fell from her plate. Ayan frowned. "But my mom eats ice cream all the time. My dad never says she can't." A ripple went through the line. An older woman, 2 spots behind us, leaned forward. "Sweetheart, how long have you two been married?" she asked gently. The wife glanced up. "3 years," she said, her voice soft. "He's been very patient with me." "Patient?" Ayan repeated, blinking. "But isn't marriage about being nice? Not patient like a teacher with homework?" The husband's jaw clenched. He jabbed the serving spoon back into the mashed potatoes. "Enough. We don't need advice from strangers, especially not a kid." The older woman didn't back down. "Young man, I've been married 40 years. Do you know how many times my husband commented on my plate? 0. You know why? Because he loves me, not some number on a scale." Murmurs spread. A cousin in line tried to cover a laugh. The husband's ears went red. "This is ridiculous. People judging us because of some brat." The wife's hand hovered over the cheesecake platter. She hesitated. Her husband's eyes narrowed. "Don't even think about it." Something in her expression shifted then. She looked at my son, at his wide, innocent eyes, and slowly, deliberately, placed a slice of cheesecake onto her plate. The line went silent again. The husband hissed under his breath, "What do you think you're doing?" The wife's voice was soft but steady, taking what I want. For once, for a heartbeat, the buffet line stayed frozen. Then the older woman, 2 spots behind us, started to clap, slow and deliberate. A few other guests joined in, a ripple of applause moving down the line. The husband's face went crimson. He lowered his eyes, his plate suddenly looking too heavy in his hands. The wife stood a little taller, cheesecake secure on her plate. We all moved forward toward the tables. The tension clung to the air like smoke. The husband walked stiffly, unusually quiet, his eyes darting around at the guests who had overheard. His wife's plate was heavier than before. Roast beef, mashed potatoes, cheesecake, and she carried it with her head just a little higher. At our table, Ayan leaned closer to me, whispering, "Mama, did I do something bad?" I looked at him, at the couple a few tables away, sitting in loaded silence, and shook my head. "No, sweetheart," I murmured. "Sometimes one simple question is all it takes to show the truth." The music kept playing, the hall bursting with laughter, clinking glasses, and chatter. But at that one table, the silence spoke louder than any song.